up, my sippers and stoners? It's me, Anna DK, checking in once again. First of all, you know how much I love 60 Days In. Y'all know that's my show, right? Y'all be watching the reviews here on my channel and everything. And, because God is just awesome in his infinite glory and everything, the stars aligned real good. And I was able to secure an interview with a couple of the people that have been participants on the show. Now, you guys know that I didn't really have favorites per se, but I will say that this particular person that I'm going to interview was perhaps one of the most entertaining. So let me go ahead and introduce Dennis, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and throw him in the stream here so that you can take a look. What's up, Dennis? How you doing?
I'm good. What's good? You see, I got my quarantine going on.
That looked like a good quarantine wolf you got going.
Yeah, it kind of takes me back when I was locked up in the jail cell. I'm pretty sure y'all saw all of that.
Okay, so the first question, well, before I get into the questions, for the people who have never seen the show and who don't know who you are, why don't you tell them a little bit about 60 Days In and about what made you want to do the show?
Okay, yeah, for all the fans or all the people who don't know who I am, my name is Dennis. I'm from Miami, Florida, and 60 Days In it's a really cool, unique show. You guys really get a chance to see the ins and outs of what jail is like, what life like is in jail, and you get to see different personalities of everybody. So it's a really, really good show. It brings out a lot of different, it brings out every aspect of human nature in jail, and you guys get a chance to really see that raw footage. So it's a really cool show. Definitely check it out. I think we're about 6 seasons in now, so yeah, really cool. And the reason I did it because I thought it was an opportunity to go inside of jail because I know that's someplace I probably never end up. And actually learned a lot about myself, learned a lot about people in general, and it was really cool, really exciting, to be honest.
And let me just tell y'all that season 6 was probably the most lit season that they've had so far. Okay, what was your biggest takeaway?
So my biggest takeaway. Okay. So I'll talk about just me in general.
Okay.
My perspective and everything. So the biggest takeaway that I got from being inside jail is that jail is a place where I learned a lot about myself.
Okay.
About who I am as a person. There was a lot of time to think about all the people that I did wrong. Had a lot of time to think about the people who did wrong to me. Just kind of I understand life a little bit more better. Yeah.
And I've never been to jail either. I don't really mess with people that do jail. But everyone has family that does jail, so no one is exempt. My family too, Okay. Okay. What made you most afraid while you were in there, if anything?
To be honest with you, man, and I don't want to come off and sound cocky or anything like that, but but I really wasn't afraid of anything, like not even from a physical standpoint. It wasn't like fear per se. I would say it was just more so like just the unknown, just nervous as far as like what the food was gonna be like. Like was I gonna be okay? Like, am I gonna last like the 2 months? So those.
Did you ever think you were gonna tap out?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah. Towards the end, because they end up locking the door. So you remember at the beginning, like the first 2-3 weeks, it was there was no lock on the doors.
Right.
So then they end up fixing all of the doors, and basically we were locked down. So they had more control than they did before. It was so much fun at the beginning because you can be out 2-3 in the morning, come out the cell, run down to this cell, go get what you need to get. You know what I'm saying? And it was cool. It was fun. But then towards the end, they started locking stuff down, and it was like 23 hours a day. I'm talking about locked up in the room.
So you didn't really experience it until toward the end, the actual lockdown part.
Right. Yeah, I didn't. And then how sometimes you're in there after you're in there for a month, 40 days, 50 days, and you're like, okay, count down.
Okay, I'm ready to go home.
Yeah. So I made a calendar, and I would
Okay.
just every day go by, I just kind of like crossing it off, like, man, when I'm out of here, when I'm out of here. But it wasn't. I wasn't gonna tap out, you know. But it was.
Okay.
It crossed my mind. I was like, look, I'm tired of this. I'm ready to go. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Shit, everybody got to that point where they, was like, listen, how was the food? How was the commissary? That's something I always ask people who I know have been to jail.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. People may say the food wasn't. The food was lit. I'm telling you, like I was.
Bro, I'm sorry. That's so hard for me to believe. Like,
What?
they talk
Oh
about jail food being
man.
slop.
No, that wasn't no slop. Nah. What I had wasn't no slop. I actually gained some weight. Like the first couple weeks, I lost weight because I had to get used to the jail to see how to get more plates and stuff like that, right? So towards like the second week after I had my commissary, I was ordering close to $200 a week. So I had a big bag. So people they giving me their trays, and I'm giving them a soup for a whole tray. So sometimes every breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I got 3 trays per meal. Like per
And the food was that good where you wanted 3 trays.
Food was that good.
What was your favorite meal in there while you was in there?
They would have like the baked chicken. They called it the bone in. And when they got, I think it was like every Thursday or something like that. So when it came, everybody was in there like, boy,
the way your eyes just lit.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
Okay. How did you feel physically 1 to 2 weeks later? So, a lot has been said for how you guys have to sleep on those hard metal frames and things like that. So what was the adjustment like for you physically after jail? And what was like your appetite? How did you have to change?
So for one, I'll just start from the beginning. So like the first week or two, or the first week, my cushion was terrible. Like I was hurting, like back hurting. It was worst experience. So I ended up kind of going around, and then I ended up getting me like some extra foam. So like my bedding was pretty solid. Towards like the end of jail, my bedding was pretty solid.
Let me find out you had a mattress in there.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. It was I ain't had no worries after the first week. I ain't had no worries. You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, because my cellmate ended up leaving, like the first cellmate I had, he ended up leaving like the first week. So I grabbed his, and then I went and bought me another. So I had like basically 3 pads. You know what I'm saying, under my.
Okay.
So I was solid. I was good. So now, transitioning from that to, when I left and sleeping in the bed, it was everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I bet.
It was everything. Like just the appreciation just for the smallest things. Like, you don't understand. Like, sleep. I don't even think I woke up like the next day. I promise you.
Talk to me about, because I can't let you off the hook. Talk to me about when you went to the other pod. So you say, you tell the sheriff, yo, they asked me to go such and such, and I was like, all right, right? However, we look at the footage, and you clearly was like, oh, they doing what over there? Oh, I could get what over there? You go downstairs and say, yo, I'm trying to go to such and such or whatever. No, you did that. And you was like, I love it down there. They made my bed. I was the man when I walked through, and now I got to come back to this motherfucker. That's why I think he was mad, because you didn't want to leave there. But tell me so you was just like, I don't want to get in trouble. Let me just tell him whatever the fuck, or because you did that.
Yeah. It was more so like just wanted to know about 6, because everybody keep talking about like the drugs and 6 and stuff like that. So if like, well, what I know is that's where the drugs come from. The drugs come from 6.
There, yeah.
That's where the drugs come from. So of course, me being on the show, want to help the jail out and hear about the drugs and all of that, and you know what I'm saying. So why not go? You get what I'm saying? And I'm a rebel myself, so I'm kind of one of those people that whatever I set my mind to do, I'm gonna do it. And I did it. So it actually worked out for me. It worked out for me. I really enjoyed being down there.
And how long were you actually there for?
A couple hours. That's it. Probably 3-4 hours maybe. Yeah. So it looked kind of weird, but I was just so cool with everybody
Yeah.
that nobody even like really get what I'm
They didn't
saying. Like,
trip.
ain't nobody never tripped. Ain't nobody thought I was on the show and nothing. They just that. But I put in the groundwork at the beginning.
How well did the show represent you as a person?
Good question. The show is a show, and I think that I was a vital part of the show.
I agree.
I think people wouldn't have watched if it wasn't for me being on the show and them putting it the way how they put it. And that's just my opinion. You get what I'm saying? From seeing other seasons and things of that nature. I like all the other seasons for sure. I love all the seasons. I just don't think it was that much of a like controversy, and I don't think there was a lot of personalities displayed.
This season had all the personalities. It did. It had, like, previous seasons might have had one or two people that stuck out, but this season there were a lot of personalities that added, to how everything went. I love that. So you know how the show presents, right? And a lot has been said about your attitude, being cocky, that kind of stuff, right? Is there anything that you'd like to say to those people who feel like, nah, he's just cocky, he's arrogant, he's the worst, Big Bad Dennis is the reason why Alex quit. A lot has been said. I'm in a couple of Facebook groups. We're going to get to that later, but that's why I asked, do you feel like the show represented you well? And I was even one of them in the beginning. I changed near the end, but I was definitely one of them in the beginning.
Of course. It's I don't really have nothing to say. I'm not, trying to change anybody's opinion about me. But I believe to me, when I watch the show, I'm just trying to figure out where the cockiness was at. Like, did I say, like, I'm still trying to figure out if I said anything or was it, because you know what? I think the thing is that, I don't think there wasn't anybody of like my caliber on any of the shows. So like when they showed me from the first jump, I think the very first episode when I pulled up in my car, I got out the car, my chains on, my girl and stuff like that. I think people just automatically just was like, oh no, we don't like this guy.
Nah, it's not that. It wasn't that for me. Because part of that is just, to me, black boy swag. Part of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So part of it was that. It was the way. It was your way. It was your, like, it was a difference between confident and what I felt like you were serving in the beginning. You were serving way more than confidence in the beginning. It's kind of like how I was feeling.
I never said anything that made me cocky.
Yeah, serve. Not, it wasn't that you said anything. It was your whole kind of, you was just kind of serving like, yeah, I'm here. I'm the biggest. I'm the baddest. Nobody can tell me shit. I played high school football. You can't tell me anything. This is how.
Wow. Just from that,
it's how, and then as the show went on, the more you would say, how you would talk is like, oh, so you got it in for the sheriff? Oh, okay. Okay, no problem.
Oh, okay. I see where they're going now. I didn't get that from the show. Yeah, I didn't necessarily get that. I thought it was something that I said, and I was still trying to figure that out.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, you was just serving like this kind of like nigga what? Not they're gonna have to edit that out. Like you was serving like
I didn't know I was portraying that. I thought I was getting ready to go to jail.
Nah, you was giving us nigga what? I'm gonna just have them like put something right there because I want them to know what the fuck I mean when I say that. Like and listen, I can appreciate it. A lot of us can appreciate it. And I think that as we got a chance to know you more over the season, I know for me, I was able to see, a few different things concerning you. I was kind of able to see a shift, in my opinion, But I do know that there are people who never saw that shift. They never saw what they felt like Dennis went from being cocky to, oh, now I'm about to get something done for the show. Like some people, they never saw that shift. I saw the shift. What I felt like was the shift. after the situation with the chief. I was like, oh, oh, he won it. He won it.
I'm just laughing because it's just funny to me. Like, it's just like, so if you can, if you look back on every season, nobody's never even bought any drugs, right? Nobody's never did any of that stuff, right?
Nope.
Why do you think they didn't do it? I'm just like, why do you think they do it?
You know, I think they would have had to have the mindset to want to do that.
Two things. I believe it's just more so like when you going into a jail, you got to be cool. You know,
right?
You just can't buy. You just can't. Anybody just can't buy. Like,
oh, did anybody think you was a part of the show?
No, not at all.
Really? You was able to keep your cover the whole time? That's good.
Yeah. So I mean, from the very beginning, I mean, so you guys only know what they show you,
right?
From the first 48 hours in there, I've seen everything, you know. But
okay.
That's why I was laughing when you say with the chief, and you know, I did a 360 or whatever. Like I've been was doing everything before the chief. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Like,
but it's how the show laid it out.
Yeah, that's how the show laid it out. So you gotta understand. Like you remember, I'm the only one in there at the time.
Right.
So it's just me and Alex. So I really don't have, you know, anybody, you know, if anything go down, you know, to make it to protect me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when you think about it in retrospect, I got to take my time to kind of get in there, get to the right people, and try to make a deal, which I did. And then when you think about it from when you think about it retrospect, if I would have came, like, let's flip roles, right? If I would have came in and known that, like, if I was Tony and I came in and known that there was another guy on the show, of course I'm gonna come in jumping because I already know.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, I'm clueless. I'm the only guy in there, so I have nobody to. So I gotta approach it different. You get what I'm saying? I have to approach it like I'm in the streets for real. I gotta get in good. You know what I'm saying? Build a name, build some credibility.
It take a while to build a relationship. You can't just go in buying drugs. I get that.
Yeah, if I go in buying drugs, I don't do nothing with it. What do you
right?
Do? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I've always had a plan. You know, it's just, you know, I think it's more so, like, you know, like how the show makes it look. But,
yeah. Okay, so I put up this post on Facebook.
Let me see.
I'll read it. It says, if y'all had the chance to ask Dennis one thing, what would it be? There are 2 Facebook groups that I'm in related to 60 Days In, you know?
Okay.
And let me just start by saying that these groups are way harder on you than me. So I'm going to filter out the whack shit, right? Someone asked, of course they were being salty, but it still will apply. So how is your modeling career going after the exposure of your true self? So you see where they're going with it, but you know, just, you know, because you're still doing your thing. So, you know.
That, you know, I mean, didn't slow anything down.
Right. Okay.
If that's what they wanted to know, you know.
Oh, we had somebody asking you for your number. No, they can't have that. Oh, they want to know if you could really. Somebody said, can you really fight? Because you look a little soft. That's what they said. You got hands?
Say a lot of things.
Let me find out you got hands.
I don't even have to answer that question. I'm okay.
Got you. Okay, so this is an opinion that was shared by a lot of people, so I'm gonna read it. Okay. Why do you sweat Tony so hard? So the reason I want to read that is because it was said that Dennis ain't do shit till Tony came. It was said that Dennis really was just trying to, like, buck up against authority, work out with his shirt off, and do all of this shit. But then when Tony came, then all of a sudden, oh my God, Dennis was just, he was off to the races. Tony came, got ashamed, Dennis got ashamed. Tony said he wanted to do some shit, then Dennis is doing some shit, right? So it could be perceived like, you know, you was doing that because Tony was there. Because even when we watched the show, you said you thought he was a part of the show. So were you doing shit just because Tony got there? Were you sweating Tony? Like, you know, and when they say sweating, I just think that they meant like, you know, want to be like a more, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a situation where I was like, you know, like sweating the guy. Like I've already had my plan already, but so, and not to even go like deep in terms of what you guys haven't seen on the show, but
Right.
like I said, the first week and stuff like that, I was already in there with the
Doing your
drugs.
thing.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
already so. And I always ask people this: well, when they say something similar to that, I just say, "Do you know what my cover story was?"
I don't know what your cover story was.
Exactly.
I don't. I don't.
So right. So I mean, my cover story was really good. I had a good cover story. So I was able to
That's probably why they never said nothing.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, so it is what it is.
So your cover story made it easier for you to be able to acquire drugs when you was inside?
Yeah, I saw a lot of drugs. I saw the drugs like the first week I was in there.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw everything from the Suboxone strips to the ice to everything. You get what I'm saying? So like a part of my story was more so my cover story. And when they heard that, I became cool with a lot of people. And then with that being said, they were trying to get me to do something, and I was like, nah, I'm alright, through the phones and stuff like that. So yeah. So I mean, my whole thing was to buy drugs, but it was just more so like, how do you buy drugs and not use it? You get what I'm saying?
Tell me about what you into now. Talk to me about, because we pretty much done with the question portion. I've asked the questions that I was going to ask from social media. Now I just want you to, is there anything that we haven't talked about that you want to touch on?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm glad we can kind of transition into this. This is what I'm most excited about. And what I do quite a few things. One of the things I do want to talk about what I do now is I'm into like credit repair. And I'm about teaching a lot of people, especially in my community, and not just I don't want to say from a color standpoint, because I work with all different types of culture.
People of color, just people of color.
Yeah, these people in any race, any form of fashion, anybody that I can help, put money back in their pockets and teach them a lesson that they'll have for a lifetime. And I repair credit. I also do trade lines to help people get to where they want to be in a shorter time period. I've been working on my credit for past 10 years, and it took me years to kind of get where I'm at now. I want to share that knowledge, right? It's it's not worth it if you can have an 800 credit score, over $100,000 in available credit, and not teach anybody how to do that, right? So that's my way of giving back. And I'm not a person of like giving hope. I like to show results. That's what makes me different from a lot of people. I'm not here to talk to you, charge you $100 to come and talk to you in front of you people, and then that's it, and then expect you to do what you do. Nah, I actually hands-on with my people. And I think it's something that we all need, and I think credit.
Absolutely.
Credit is power.
Right. Okay. I love that. Let's talk about like the fan mail. You did a lot of workouts with the shirt off, okay? And listen, people can say whatever they want about you, but they wasn't able to say that you didn't put on a good show. How was the fan mail? How were did your inbox light up? I don't know if you're dating anybody, but how has that affected your relationship if you are? And if you're single, how has that affected your stock?
Well, so as far as like the DMs, yeah, there's a ton of DMs, obviously. I think I responded to everybody, but just more so just a thank you and nothing more than that. I'm not an easy guy to just kind of like entertain.
Finesse.
Yeah, I'm not into that or anything like that. So, but for the most part, yeah, I appreciate everybody reaching out to me. For anybody to pick up the phone and think about me and type something and send it over to me, it's a great deal of gratitude that I have for them. So I'll always respond back, and tell him thank you. But yeah, it was. I guess it was. It was kind of entertaining. It's always cool to get that type of attention.
Okay, I appreciate you taking the time with me. Oh my goodness.
Of course.
I am so grateful for you and A&E for giving me this opportunity to have some time with you. All right, thank you again. I appreciate you.
Nah, no problem. Thank you.
So guys, that was it. That was my interview with Dennis. I thought it went well. I thought he was a pretty dope soul. Let me know what you think. Is there anything that I forgot to ask him? Is there anything you would ask him? Listen, drop a comment below. Let me know how you felt about the interview, guys. And stay tuned because my next one is coming real, real soon. So again, I'm Miana DK. And until next time, I love y'all. I swear I do.